Okay, moving right along here, we got our subfloor all installed, packed in really nice, level across the high side, and then sloped down nicely to the drain. We have our layer of backer board on the back wall. Over the top of my roofing paper, as you can see, all that's overlapping in the corners. Wanted to talk a little bit about this niche. The roofing paper is glued to the niche. I have this top flat piece that I just glued down, creating full waterproofing. So the corners coming up from the back wall side here onto this side, and then the overlapping roofing paper all the way down, and then adhered to the back of that drywall, which is an interior wall. So if, you know, and honestly, all of this roofing paper is redundancy in my opinion. The reason why I say that is because this backer board, once these seams are reinforced with fiberglass mesh tape, back and front side with thinset, it's going to be waterproof. And I say that with all conviction because I've tested out this material, this HardieBack material, in a number of different ways. I can get into that later in the video, but this is how I do it. You know, you're never really going to waterproof a shower. Nothing's waterproof. The most expensive Swiss watch is not waterproof, even if it says it's water resistant, but it's not waterproof. But your whole concept of waterproofing has to come into play when you put together a shower like this, and this is how I do it. Spacing standard per factory on a HardieBacker. There's a little bit more than an eighth up here. You got more like 3/16, which is perfect. Up there, I'm just going to silicone that as it meets that drywall ceiling. And as you can see, full length paper, top to bottom, on this wet wall. I insulated back there because that's an exterior wall, as you can see out the window here. So we're getting there. I'm going to finish this out. The next step is really to get my backer board in there over the top of that paper, and I'm going to explain that process once it's in. Notice how I had my bench done before I did this back wall, so there's overlapping, and obviously going to be overlapping on this wall too as well, so that's important. I'm left with a little bit of a gap here. I'll show you how I'm going to end up with that. I ended up with about 62.5 inches sidewall to sidewall, leaving about a 2-inch gap or so. Once my backer board's put up here, it'll be more like, you know, 1.5 inches. And that'll be about it. We'll move on to the next video once we get this all set up.